Oh, bigger than I thought. Oh, this is perfect.
Huh?
Oh, wow.
Look at that. He fits.
I fits, I go in.
Yep, I fits, you go in. Oh, that is cool.
Parts of today's video and location may look a little bit familiar. That's because I was here yesterday to film and find the hidden tunnel in the middle of the woods. Now you guys probably saw that video over a week ago, but after finding the tunnel flowing with water, I decided to come back today, the next day, to come with the proper gear and to go through and to give you guys an up close and personal look at the inside of that tunnel. So if you want to see what the tunnel looks like and some more unique things, just come along with me for another incredible adventure. Alright, so we made it to our first location, and I'm going to be doing things a little bit different now because even though that tunnel is the goal in mind, we do know where it's at. I'm going to kind of hit it from the back side of it, which means I'm going to come up from a different way and maybe come through the tunnel from the back side. But along the way though, there are a few interesting and unique things I want to share with you. Starting with this one here, which is a little tiny culvert tunnel. And I do have some additional company. We do have RJ, what you see in the previous video, and up there is Chris the Coal Cracker. Both of their links will be linked down below in the description, but wanted to kind of just show you, with the source of the water as we trace it backwards. And this one here looks like it was a bridge for probably rail for narrow gauge. Very similar to what we've seen myself and RJ in a random roadside video location that I'll link up in the corner here. But I thought it was pretty interesting. Not very big, but big enough to walk through. So I'll take you guys through. Nothing too impressive, but a couple of things to point out as we make our way through. The top here, which is hard to see, but this is lined with rails. It's a narrow gauge rail as the roof support. So that's able to, withstand a lot of weight on top if it was indeed loaded coal cars or something else. Concrete walls, concrete bottom. You can hear my echo probably. And you got some erosion here. And again, it's just concrete and rails. And I'm also wearing my muckers, so I can walk through the water without any issues today. And the water is coming out of here, which is a plastic corrugated culvert pipe. That's a nice crystal clear water coming out of there. And there's actually a big braided cable, steel braided cable coming down here, so still holding up pretty good. You can see the thickness of the concrete here too. That's probably about 3 feet thick. That's the side of the bridge. So this is just one of many locations we're going to find, hopefully along the way. We're going to have to do some traversing because we can't fit through that pipe. I'm not a Ninja Turtle, so we're going to go up and over, and we'll pick up on the other side. Okay, so we're now on the other side. We're looking towards the direction of the pipe. The pipe is pretty much sealed up. The water is pretty much going underground, finding its way to the pipe. Surprised it's not backed up even more, but this is the other side, and we're going to follow the stream upwards. It's pretty soft here. I didn't bring my cane with me. No, I'm just kidding. Well, at least my boots are getting nice and clean. But we're going to continue straight ahead. You can see there's a larger concrete culvert, which we may or may not be able to go through, but we'll at least give you a close-up look at it. Oh, look, we got a spiraling pocket of foam. I thought it was ice, but I think it's foam. I could be mistaken, but it's kind of moving around. Poke it with your stick.
Oh, hold on. So here's a little revenge for the Titanic. The iceberg is just sitting here spinning and spinning and spinning. You want to taste?
Like a snow cone.
See if there's gold in these mountains. Oh.
I got that on camera.
So did I think.
Oh, so got some remnants of maybe a Christmas tin with some swans on it or something. And if you haven't noticed too, this channel that we're walking in, even though it's loaded with sediment, is concrete lined. So this was, you know, man-made, formed to basically control erosion, but it looks like a lot of stuff has washed down over the years. And this is fresh runoff from winter precipitation that we've been receiving pretty much almost every other day. And they're actually calling for another storm today. You can see the ground is white. We did receive a light dusting of snow this morning, and it's currently coming down like sleet right now. And they're calling for maybe another inch or two this afternoon. So it's not going to stop us though. I mean, we're already wet, we're already prepared. If anything, it'll make for some nice ambiance and landscape. Toes are a little cold in the boots, but other than that, I'm doing okay. If you have a straw, stick it in, take a drink. This one looks interesting. It may be large enough to go through. I've been through ones that size, even smaller, even though they're uncomfortable and hard to maneuver hunched over. It may be our best access to get through. Oh, bigger than I thought. Oh, this is perfect.
Huh? Oh wow. Look at that. He fits.
I fits, I go in.
Yep, I fits, you go in. Oh, that is cool.
Yep, I'm going through. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, but this is actually much larger in person than I thought from a distance. To show you, I actually fit in here. Perfect fit. I got the light, and we're gonna go for a nice little culvert adventure. It's been a while since I've done one of these. All right, you guys ready? Get your flashlights. We're going inside into the darkness. Oh, the echo is insane. Yeah, I can stand up. The crazy echo in here. Yeah. Not too bad. I'm gonna kill the lights. I'll show you how dark it is. And you can't see nothing. All you can do is follow the water or guide along the concrete. We got a little spider friend. Here's light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you. Oh, it's an RJ!
Hey, I know you guys.
So, for a good meal on my backside, watch this video. Hey, you guys! So here's the back side of it. That was a great little passage to get through instead of going up and over the mountain. Water's not too deep, only an inch or two. You can easily get through without getting wet. You just have to kind of duck walk the edges. But we're going to continue following the source. And as you can tell, the concrete does continue. So they did a lot of work here to control this water flow. Got my camera wet. Just sit here quiet for a second. You can just hear the precipitation falling on the leaves. And off in the distance, you guys can't see, but we're coming to a pretty big mountain, which leads me to believe we're getting really close to our goal of the tunnel. So I'm pretty excited to go through for the first time, to take you guys through it, and to show it to Coal Cracker, because he's never seen it before as far as I'm aware. So it's going to be pretty good. And RJ's already dancing in his boots. Do a little ditty about Jack and Diane. That was the worst ditty ever. Okay, so we continued following the water flow, still concrete lined, and I was correct that it would lead us right to the source. And up ahead, I'm letting them get first glimpse at it. We are now on the back side of that incredible stone tunnel. So we are prepared today, even though there's water flow, we are going through it. So you guys are going to see up close and personal the details of it, the construction, anything I'm able to show you and share with you, I indeed will. Another thing I want to point out too is yesterday, since we didn't get to go through the tunnel, I did do some exploring around the area. Up on top of there, you see there's like a ridge line. That was a rail bed. I'm not sure if it was for full-size locomotives or if it was narrow gauge, but nonetheless, it indeed was a rail bed up on top. And the stone tunnel is going straight through the mountain. So I am pretty excited. Even though yesterday didn't work out in our favor, coming back today already worked out because we got to go through that stone culvert. And we're going to see both ends of this tunnel now. And we're probably going to follow it right up to the top of the source where the waterfall is coming down, because it's just a beautiful area and you can see the snowfall. And I'm sure most of you would appreciate seeing that one more time. But once we get closer to it, we'll get situated and we'll start heading inside. So the back side of it looks nothing like the front, so to speak. There's a lot of rock fall here, and it's a pretty narrow or low opening. Big, massive stone wall here covered in moss. You just barely see light at the other side, but we are indeed going through this. I'm probably going to snap a few photos and then I'm going to start heading inside. You know what? Before we go in, for old time's sake, we're going to bring this to life a little bit. Ready? Although it's not realistic looking, it makes it a little bit more colorful, a little bit more warm and inviting. All right, let's go back to reality. Alright guys, as you can tell, you were going to take the position of me. You were mounted on my head. Thankfully it's big enough for all of you to fit. We're going to get suited up here with our gloves and we're going to go through it together. Watch your head. And there, I got water in my boot. Got some debris in here. Oh, what do we have here? Got a battery. Battery. Big battery? Yeah, big battery. So right now I am standing up straight. My head is touching the top. So this is one of the best ones I've ever been in, not only because it's stone, but the length of it, and it actually goes uphill. You can see some collapse here. Not sure what Artie's doing. Now, if I was to guesstimate, the ground is not level here, but the water is anywhere from, I would say, 6 inches to 2 feet. You see my breath. And as we go in, it's opening up. So now I'm standing straight up. There's about another foot or two above me here. And the water is pretty deep right there. Yeah, I'm taking in water. Right there, it's over 3 feet deep, so I need to stick on the shoulder. Yeah, but the water gets deep. I'm hugging the wall here.
Yeah, I'm on the left side.
Oh. Couldn't make it anymore. I got a lot of water in my boot. Got some wood here.
What's that?
There's wood.
Oh,
See? Those are for the concrete forms.
yeah.
That's incredible how it goes uphill.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This should be fun.
You guys go first, though. You can actually see a good size comparison compared to them.
Wonder if there was one culvert being added onto it.
You see the wood here. That looks like it was possibly open at one time. You can see it curved there. But up there, it looks like it's plugged up. Capture. Capture. Got another one right here too, kind of plugged up. And we emerged to a winter wonderland.
Yeah. No one on the side.
Oh, no one cut your umbilical cord.
Snip, snip.
We did it, guys. Woohoo!
And here's the other end.
And here we are walking up the big flume here. Thankfully, it's not slippery. And yes, it is snowing out quite good. Have to throw the hat back on pretty soon. But success, we accomplished our goal. But don't go anywhere yet. Got a little bit more to show you. While we're making our way through here today, comment down below. Tell me, which culvert did you think was more incredible? The stone one or the concrete one? I want to hear what you think. So I just wanted to mention that these boots that I'm wearing are doing their job, but I pushed the limits too far. They're not leaking, but they went over the top. I kind of splashed down too hard. Water came over. My feet are wet and cold. As long as I keep moving, I'll be okay. But definitely not something you want to do if you're going to be camping or stranded out here in the woods. You could get frostbite or other serious problems. So just got to be more cautious next time. But snowing pretty good now. I'll give you a couple of views of this. Okay, so there's one final look at the tunnel. The water is flowing nicely. It's going to continue to get worse as the snow and precipitation comes down and melts. So I'm glad we came when we did. Although my boots, I should say, my carelessness got my feet wet, but I'm okay with that. We're going to continue upwards though, show you where the source of this is, what you saw in the previous video. For those of you who did not see the video, well, this will be a nice little recap as to what we saw in our first journey here. Boy, this is transformed into like a beautiful winter paradise here with the snow. And Chris, the coal cracker, came up with a good idea that eventually this will freeze. Ideally, if there's no obstacles, you could get on a sled or a toboggan and go all the way down through the tunnel and follow it all the way down the way we came. Ideally, that would be for an amazing adventure, an incredible experience, but obviously you're going to pick up a lot of speed when it's frozen. You won't be able to stop. You're going to hurt something, but that is something that would be, I'd be willing to do. I'd like to experience that. So I don't want to waste your guys' time with nothingness. So once we get up higher and I could ascend safely, I will bring you guys back on, because it's starting to snow pretty good now and I don't want to slip and fall and break something, hurt something, or hurt you guys. You guys fall enough times in my drive streams when you fall off the dash. So I'll see you up at the top in just a few moments. Alright, you guys did good. We made it to the top of one piece. And from the first video, just to show you, that is an air hose. We thought it was like a fireman's hose. It's an air line, but RJ put it where the water is coming out and is now serving as a water hose, as a water line. But as we continue up, the concrete does end up here. And there's a little dam area, and up further is where the falls are cascading down, which I shared photos and video of in the previous video. But here's where it pretty much stops. And here's looking down. If there's any smudges on the screen, I do apologize, can't do much about it. It's snowing at a pretty good rate right now. I think we're probably going to get a couple inches before it's all said and done. But I think from here, I am going to bid farewell. I first want to thank you not only for watching, but for joining me once again on another incredible adventure. This was another unique exploration going through different culverts, modern concrete, old stone. And I'm so glad that we returned, even though it is winter weather. And I brought the right gear. We did get wet. We got a little bit of chilly toes, but I'm going to make it back in one piece. Rest assured, we don't have too far to go. I do know my way around here now, for the most part. So it won't be too bad getting back to the truck. Don't forget, if you want to see Chris and RJ's videos, check down below in the video description. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and to ring that notification bell. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel, check out my Patreon page down below. For $2 or more, you get exclusive access and find out before anyone else what content I'm currently working on. Anyways guys, take care, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.